I tend to be rather unrealistic about what I can accomplish, and I don't estimate time and distance well. So sometimes something that I think is 2 miles away is really 20 miles away. Not quite that extreme, but I don't estimate distance well. And things that I think will take me a short period of time sometimes take a lot longer than I think they're going to. I have been carefully contemplating over a long period of time if I was going to try to re-enter the food distribution business. I had done some of that around 1999 or 2002 or so. I don't know, I can't remember exactly how long, two or 3 years maybe. And have contemplated if I can ship things by the ones and twos, because I did that. We did 92 cases in one day one time during the Y2K frenzy. And I've been wanting and contemplating to resume that. I'd have to go through all the steps again and get legal, and have still not come up with a conclusion. We have some entree items that I can get my hands on that are very unusual, very difficult, if not impossible to find. Some add water only bake mixes. Those, not the bake mixes I don't think I showed, but some of the entree items I showed in the way back in the beginning with the dry pack canning and canning jars. So that's still under deliberation. I need to make a decision before too long, because that's kind of the next thing on my list to do, whether we're going to do onesies and twosies, or if I have to attempt to ship. I think it's almost easier to ship 3 or 4 pallets at a time than it is to try to ship ones and twos of things, because I can get it right off of one truck, stack it on a pallet, number each of the boxes, get it ready to go, and it's gone, right back out the door down the road again. So we'll see about that. We bought this jar of honey several weeks ago, about 3 months ago, and I didn't think that I would go through it as quick as I did. I ate a jar of this honey like a half a teaspoon at a time when I was doing my herbal trials. I would put part of a capsule of herbs into a spoon and drizzle a little honey on top of it. So sometimes, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? If I, looked at this and wondered if I could consume that much honey, I would probably think it would take a lot longer than 8 weeks or whatever it was we had that jar of honey. So this is our new one to replace the one we just emptied. And there was another story. Now it's totally left me. I'm doing things gradually and slowly. Oh, I just wanted to mention the flylady.net website. I totally ascribe to the way that she looks at things as far as breaking things down into small jobs, setting a timer, keeping your sink clean all the time. It's much easier to keep it clean than it is to go back and empty it later. To never put, the kids that used to come over to our house knew that you don't lay a fork down in my sink. I do have a little container you can throw it in behind the faucet. So sometimes if we break things down into smaller pieces, it's much more doable, but we really need to be realistic about our capacity. I know that I'm, not full strength, and that I probably couldn't handle shipping 92 boxes to 92 different locations, but I could probably ship 92 boxes to one location. So that's what we're looking at for the time being. Got to do a little bit more thinking and pondering about that. So whatever you're looking at in your life as your next thing to do, whether it's prepping, whether it's trying to inventory your storage, trying to hold your family together, it can all be done in little steps. And I totally believe in taking things one little tiny baby step at a time. Sometimes it's those little things. I know I said this in a video before, but sometimes it's the little things that can make you crazy, whether the trash has been emptied, the laundry. It would be so much more advantageous to ship your laundry out and pay somebody to do it, and cut back on the budget wherever necessary, if that's going to keep the family together, which is the topic of Cheaper Than a Divorce, which is another video. If anybody had asked me if I could sit down and make over 300 preparedness prepping videos, I think I would have just scoffed, thinking that I would run out of topics after at least 40 or 50. But it's 300 and rolling, 300 plus and rolling. And so I'm just trying to talk about judging our capacities. I didn't think I could eat this whole thing of honey. When I first started my first food business, it was, again, around the Y2K time frame. I don't think I would have contemplated shipping 92 cases of food in a day, but with a little bit of help, I was able to do that. So take a look at what your big job project obstacles are and try to break it down into the smallest pieces you can. You know, bit by bit, it's easy if you break it down into small pieces. And if you can even just tackle some of your, set a timer for 3 minutes. So we used to do this thing when my son was young. We called it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the timer for 5 minutes, and we'd each pick a room and pick up as quick as we could for 5 minutes. And we'd set it for 4 minutes, and we'd pick a different room. And then we'd set it for 3, and then 2, and then 1. And it was amazing what we could get done in just that amount of time. So try to break your big obstacles down into the smallest pieces you can. If that's applicable to your situation, make a list, check it twice. Just do that. God bless you. Have a great night, day, weekend. Make a list and check it twice. Do that. Take care. God bless. God bless your efforts to prepare. Bye.